What's up, everybody? It's Max here with the Landfather YouTube channel. I've been real busy recently. I think I mentioned on the channel we had another baby, but today I need to do something that a lot of people have to do, which is maintain their gravel driveway. I recently had a little bit more gravel left over from a project, so I spread it on the driveway, and now I need to get my box blade hooked up and kind of finish her out. So over time, at least for my driveway, and I can't imagine it's different for you guys, some potholes develop and some unevenness takes place, and every once in a while you got to scrape it and make it smooth and make it easy and nice to drive on. So that's what I'm going to try and get done today. Let's go ahead and get the trailer mover that's on the tractor taken off and then get the box blade on. I really like this little trailer mover. I use it a lot, and I pretty much leave it for the most part on the back of the Coyote here. But today we gotta go get the box blade on. First time, every time. This is a great machine. I did a full review on this tractor a few months ago. It's on my channel. Go check it out. And the top link. It's already a top link in this implement, so let's use that one. So I don't need the shanks, the scarifying shanks down, so I'm going to lift them all up. All right, I'm going to pull out to where I got a little bit more area around it, tell you guys how I get my box blade adjusted for doing something like this, and then start working. So there's obviously a lot of slop in here, so we need to tighten it up. And also, so one of the things you need to be aware of when you're trying to use a box blade on a gravel driveway is you want the box blade to have a little bit of tilt, a little bit of cant, so that you leave a crown in the middle of your driveway so water sheds off either side. If you did it dead flat, water would have a tendency to pool up, and it would be kind of annoying and lead to quicker, it'd lead to the road surface degrading quicker. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get it tightened up. We're going to get it with a little cant to the outside so we can drive right out, right in. And it probably will take a few passes, but let's go ahead and get that done. So what I'm doing when I step back here and take a look at it is I'm just kind of eyeballing everything. That looks a lot better. It might be difficult to tell on camera, but there's a slight tilt to it from this side to that side. And that's probably going to be just about what we want. So there's an art to doing this well and quickly, and I certainly haven't developed that art. But again, this is one of the first times you've ever done it. Don't be intimidated by it. You can certainly do it if if you can go slow and if you can kind of eyeball things pretty good. It's not rocket science. And I like this setup. I think this should work pretty good. If we have to adjust it, we'll see. I got all the tools I need on the tractor, so let's go down to the part of the driveway I want to smooth out. I believe this is a 6-foot box blade. And I got a really good deal on this used. I think I paid like $600 for it off of Facebook Marketplace. And it was like basically brand new. It really hasn't been used very much. It's a little dirty, um, but I haven't used it a whole bunch either. But today it's going to get a little bit of use. So I just did kind of like a test pull down here, and it wasn't really right. I think what I need to do is shorten the top link a little bit and get this front cutting edge to engage a little bit more. Um, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try that. All right. So here we go. You know, there's a bunch of potholes over here. There was one kind of low spot right up here. You can see that it's reflecting a little bit of water. I tried really hard to fill that up. Couldn't quite get it. You know, I was real happy with how that equipment performed. The box blade did great. The Coyote pulled it, no sweat. Even when it was a full box, it barely knew it was back there. It could probably actually pull a little bit bigger box blade if I felt like it, but I'm really happy with how this went. It didn't take that long, probably about an hour. I think I was on the tractor for about 45 minutes. That's probably not particularly engaging footage, but you know, that's kind of life out here. You know, no one's going to take care of your driveway but you. So I'm walking to the other end where my gate is so we can take a look at what it looks like. It does look kind of nice when it's all dark because it is wet today. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't really know if doing this sort of work when it's wet is better or worse, but it's the conditions we had today. You know, sometimes you got to get stuff done. It's not necessarily optimal. You just got to get it done, you know? That's what kind of being on a homestead's about. Getting projects done, getting work done. I like doing work. I like doing projects. So there's a look on down the driveway. I had that camera right at that turn. Looks pretty good. Almost looks like asphalt when it's all wet. But it's really a lot smoother. There's not any big potholes and divots. This driveway has been in pretty bad shape for a few months, and speaking of getting stuff done, I've been getting other stuff done. But today, this is what I wanted to do, particularly because I just spread that new gravel out, and I wanted it to, you know, be where it needs to be. I think it's going to work pretty good. We'll see. We'll see how the cars pack it in. This was a big puddle before I came through. And there's still a little bit of water in there, but hopefully as that dries up, it kind of settles in. You can see my footprints. I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera, but those frogs, I've got a swampy part of my property. I'll go ahead and show you in a minute, but those frogs are loud. I had a buddy over here the other day. He got out of his truck and thought he tripped some sort of perimeter alarm because of how loud the frogs were. It's pretty wild. I'm wondering, it's been really unseasonably warm the past couple of days. This is like February 11th. And it's been pretty warm. And man, the second it got above like 50 degrees, these frogs just erupted. They're loud. I don't really see very many of them though, which is kind of curious, but you sure can hear them. There's a glamour shot. Oh, that looks good. Here's the swampy area. Man, can y'all hear those frogs? I'm sure you can. Kind of want to find one. Well, I didn't find any frogs. This is kind of the part of the driveway on this hill that was maybe the toughest because it was pretty worn in. You can just kind of see it. The water runs down here and can sometimes wear a bit of a groove in the driveway. But I think I brought enough gravel up here for it to be okay. I probably need to get another load and spread it right here. But there's a lot of things I probably need to do. I'm just not sure when I'll get to that. It's Super Bowl Sunday. So my wife and my babies and I are going to go to one of our friends' house for a little bit of a party, some celebration this afternoon. But I did want to get that done while my baby was sleeping. Here's the coyote with the blade on it still in more of its natural habitat. I typically keep it inside the shop. Gonna do a little shop tour coming up with some of the things that I learned from setting this shop up and getting it built, and there, even some cost estimates if you're thinking about building something like this yourself. I can't imagine having a piece of property without a good place to keep all the tools and stuff you need to manage a piece of property like that. Plus, it's just a really fun, really big project to get it house set up how you want it, have all your things and items and tools organized in a way that's easy and convenient. Because doing projects where you don't know where stuff is really sucks. Well, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, like, comment, and subscribe. I've got some big stuff coming. I don't think I'm going to announce, I'm not going to tease out what those things are coming, but I've got some big plans for this channel and some big announcements for it. And going to do some really, I hope, engaging and interesting content coming up. So, stick around. I feel like I've learned how to get a lot better at YouTube, which is cool. And I want to keep getting better. So, I've had some feedback that tells me I'm not like totally terrible at this. So if I've shown some promise, and you think I might be able to put together an entertaining video in the future, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow, subscribe, I guess is the right terminology for that. But a lot more coming from the Landfather, so stay tuned.